Here's a build project that not only works as, say, a public bench or a park bench, but it also doubles as planter beds, small planter boxes or beds. Let's take a look at these plans. You'll see what I'm talking about. This is the bench in its simplest configuration. The cool thing about this design is you can add to it. It can be continuous, and this modification is very easy to make on the fly. So here you have your planter boxes on both sides, and then the bench is basically a couple of 2x6s that bridge from one of these boxes to the other. The connection for this bench seat to the planter box just means you need to eliminate one of these rows of 2x6s. They slide into that slot, and as you're building this, or even when you carry it on site, you can slide those bench slats in and assemble this. This project for students it's a simple one to do. It's great practice for aligning parts, cutting multiple pieces the same size. All of these parts can be pre-cut, many of them from scrap lumber that you might have around. And they're, all of the pieces of the planter boxes pretty much get stacked with a sort of an alternating overlap on the corners. You can see that here. That's what gives it its strength. It's a slow process for students to build them, but while they're building them, it gives them this repetition they need to get good at either driving fasteners or also aligning edges, squaring up, flushing edges, plumbing the box as they're building it, and then planning ahead for these bench slats to either go in while they're making the planter boxes or afterwards, leaving that piece out so they can be inserted in the field. The modular aspect of this particular build is that you could carry a bench off of this side or even the opposite side. So you could make a long continuous straight version of this, or it could wind through in different right angle turns. And this was a great project if we had a space that we wanted to define. I remember a coffee shop that we installed one of these in, and the benches and the planter boxes defined an outdoor cafe space that they had. They loved the project. We pre-built the boxes, carried the bench slats out, assembled it all on site, and it's probably still there to this day. So anyway, simple project, one that the students can do early in their program, one that leads to this repetitive practice that they need to do, and one that produces something that will last a long time. If you like this project and want to get your students prepared for something like this, check out the nailing tower skills exercise, very similar to this, and the practice on that nailing tower will surely lead them to success on this particular build. I'll see you in the next one.